Fire by files from the right. Commence firing. Fire. Bang. Fire. Ready? Fire. Bang. Load to the ready. Cease fire. Load to the ready. There, we're going to do a backward wheel. That means we're going to back here, forming the battle line this way. Backward wheel, march! Hold! Fire by company! Aim! Fire! Quickly, lads!
Those are grenades that they used. It's used in naval service and used also generally by the Army. And they weren't all that effective. These were spherical grenades that the
Company,
used.
shoulder, arm.
What they were shell
Into
rounds
ranks.
cannons.
Right,
They did
bang.
where they adapted it.
Forward,
They
march.
off these
One,
time fuse. They
one,
loaded with gunpowder. They put it in a regular atmosphere.
Counter march,
They
five
lit the
miles
fuse
left.
and threw it. Half the times that these were thrown, what happens is some of the powder would leak out and blow up in their hands or somewhere.
My company into line.
As you might imagine, you have to sling your
March.
gun, you were going to hear, or put your pistol in your holster.
Company,
run forward,
hold.
somehow manage to get close to enemy fire.
Fire by files from the right.
Position like this can expose yourself as
Firing.
So the life expectancy of grenadiers in the war wasn't all that great.
Fire.
Yeah, about that. Yep, about that. Yeah, you would, and they did.
I think I got the consumption, boys. I've got the consumption. Don't die with it.
Spread it around, sir.
Can I get your card before you die?
Take it, shoot. I want you to shoot.
Load to the ready. No talking in the ranks. Shoulder, arm. Order, arm. In place, rest. Not bad, lads, not bad. I think the 7 of us can probably hold off the Yankee horde across the street. All 3 of them. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the 7th Florida Company K Volunteer Regiment, formed in Hillsborough County in 1861. We were in the Army of Tennessee in the Western Theater of the war, which means we were the less appreciated cousin to the Army of Northern Virginia under the esteemed Robert E. Lee. He took all the glory. We did all the work. We fought in the Western Theater through Western Tennessee, up through Kentucky. The Atlanta campaign fighting against Billy Sherman's hordes. We surrendered in Durham Station, North Carolina in April or in May of 1865. Barely 100 of us survived at that point, when 1,000 marched off to war. We were infantry, which means we were foot soldiers. We marched everywhere we went and carried everything we needed on our backs. As the war progressed, we carried less and less items, because we realized early on that the things weighed too much. So we shed everything that we did not believe was important. And toward the end of the war, with the exception of a blanket over our shoulders, this is what life was like for us.
In their gunpowder, generally about a pound of bursting charge. They'd reinsert the tail fins.
You have a question, young man?
Put a percussion cap in there.
I'll be dealing with you later.
Recess, he can run around all day without worrying about this going on.
I think he does need to volunteer. Company K was originally Confederate Coast Guard that served right across the water up through Ballast Point area on current-day MacDill Air Force Base. There is no documentation that there was a Confederate force out here on the island. Although it is plausible to believe that since we were Coast Guard, that we would have been out here from time to time. But when that cursed Yankee blockade started, the island became untenable for us, so all Confederate went to the mainland. There were very little battles in Florida during the war. It was a very inhospitable area. There were lots of skirmishes all up and down the coast. Yankee gunships would come into the river, the Manatee River, Hillsborough River, searching for the blockade runners, and tried to burn them when they found them, and they were successful from time to time.
That was about that big. So, yeah,
the Confederate Army saw fit to take Company K and remove us from being Coast Guards and mustered us in very involuntarily into the infantry. We became dry land soldiers, where we fought for the rest of the war. I suggest that if you do look behind you and venture over toward the Yankees, that you keep your small children with you at all times and your valuables close to you as well, as they are a scurvy lot. Does anyone have any questions that we can answer?
You were put aside, given water made comfortable, and just left to die.
Company! Attention, company! Shoulder R! Charge! Bayonets! Ah! Forward! March! Company! Halt! Shoulder R! Order R! With a loud cheer for Florida, break ranks, march! Florida!